Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Apple price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. Of course, I would like to take a break here and tell you as well to be careful to trade very safe because the market is in kind of in a crash right now. And as we saw in Nasdaq, if you go back to the last video, we have passed all the chances for a rebound, for a bigger wave to just to break even this intensity of the crash. So we see a very fast downward for the market, and this is why of course we see also red in Apple here, and it might affect of course all the stocks and even global exchanges as well, such as crypto markets, Chinese and European markets as well might be affected, guys. So please trade safe. Starting on the monthly chart for Apple, we are in 1112s. We have of course 1112, and we're looking for a massive move toward the upside. This massive move towards the upside, which is your wave 3, has already 1112s inside it as well. Of course, this can be read as well as an impulse itself by having a wave 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. However, the scenario here will be exactly the same. If you have a finished impulse or 1112s, you're going to finish anyway after here a wave 3. Yeah, you're gonna have to finish, of course, in an impulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is a reply at 1112s as well. But I prefer to move with 1112, which is much more nicer for the counting here, and it make it much more, of course, precise and accurate, of course. So we're looking here at these moves toward the upside, a very massive move again for a wave 3. As you can see, your wave 3, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Inside this, of course, move, let's move to the week here. Inside this move toward the upside, we have, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Currently, we're looking for a wave 5 still for Apple here. And this wave 5, of course, is not finished yet. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Potentially, a wave 4 is still unfolding here. But we're gonna of course estimate if we're gonna invalidate this scenario, because of course if we see a massive move toward the downside, 197 is our invalidation. Breaking of course is this zone 1, meaning of course invalidation of the impulse, transforming this into 3 waves rather than 5 waves, right? So in this case scenario, you have to seek of course potentially for a bigger correction here. Is it the possible scenario as 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. That would be, of course, a very bearish scenario for Apple, of course, which I doubt it a little bit, knowing that Nasdaq is very bearish and dumping. But I think that Apple still far a little bit from this scenario. I think that it might survive, of course, is this around this area without invalidation, even for the bullish here, in case you are in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, so these are basically the scenario. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Potentially here, even I don't like it, right? And also, if we take a look as well, we see 3 waves toward the upside, 3 waves down, and then again 3 waves up, right? So already giving us a scenario a little bit here that it might be 3 waves down, 3 waves up, right? So the potential is there. I would say this scenario can be given, guys, very with confidence, because of course what we see in Nasdaq right now, and of course what we see here, it is of course a possible scenario. Let's put it of course at our second possibility here after looking what's going on inside this area. Now what if we are moving in a leading diagonal toward the upside? If we are moving in a leading diagonal toward the upside, you would like, or in an impulse, let's say this is kind of impulsive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that everything is fine here as well as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now your target for this wave 4 here, of course, still of course in sight. Yeah, we still need of course to see this ABC toward the downside. And of course, we don't have this crossroad anymore. This is invalidated. So I prefer to remove and clean up a little bit here. We see here the 1.1 to 1 fib level, by the way, taken. This, of course, a much more better indication that this is a zigzag here. and not 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So be careful. It gives us, of course, the possibility of a bigger expanding flat here. Now, if this is impulsive, if this is an impulse towards the downside, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, I don't like it so much because this wave 3 looks shorter than the wave 5 and the wave 1 at the same time, which is not good. Now, if we dive a little bit deeper in the 4-hour chart inside this pattern, we can see that, of course, that we are corrective. Nothing is so much impulsive yet, I would say, unless, of course, this transforms to something else like 1, 2. This is your wave 2 here, and then 3, 4, 5 toward the downside. However, this possibility is not anymore possible as 1, 2, 1, 2 here. Of course, we took the low anyway today. And we're moving now toward the downside, towards this blue box, as expected, as highest possibility always. Yeah, and that because, of course, if we are in a ending diagonal, which also low possibility because of the 1-to-1 fib level, meaning that you are looking for 3 waves down, wave 4. Yeah, but I doubt this. I'm afraid that this, of course, might transform to something impulsive, 2, wave 2, and then looking for 3, 4, and a 5 toward the downside. And if that happens, so we have to add this scenario actually 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. If that happened, guys, that might be your wave 1. So even potentially not finished yet. Why it might be your wave 1? Because, of course, as the new blue box that I showed, of course, might be, of course, our bearish scenario, right? So let's add, here we go. Yep, so this might be in a bigger view on the daily. If we get a wave 1 here, yeah, after reaching the 1.618 for wave 3, then 4 and a 5, this might play as a wave 1 here. Wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Bigger scenario, of course, for Apple. And what does this mean? What does this mean? Bigger scenario if we take the fib levels for this expanding flat here. Here we go. You get, of course, the 1.38. Well, that's nice. I mean, if we only hit this with this impulse, for Appl, it might turn into a running flat, which is very good for a reversal indication here. Yeah? So very nice. And I prefer even to clean up, guys, a little bit because these scenarios are almost gone. Yeah, very, very low possibility right now. So that would be nice, by the way. If we are in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 for Apple, it might be the 1.38 fib level or 1.618 between 144 157. So I think that Apple can of course transform this into running flat because this can end up in 5 waves, failing to take the low, finishing in the middle of the structure, A, B, and a C, and then moving toward the upside. This is a running flat, of course, an indication of reversal, but it doesn't mean that we're not moving down, right? Now, the indication that we're moving to this box is the 199. I would say 200 as psychological number. Yeah. If we breach the 200, then we're definitely moving to this box, guys. Now, worst case scenario that all of it can transform to 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Hopefully not, right? Hopefully not. Because, of course, we still can reach the 2.27, for example, yeah, to take the low here for a wave C. Very possible as well. Yeah. We have to be careful. But, of course, blue box, highest priority first. But be careful. We need to break, of course, those level 219, 202, and then estimate the situation. Because Apple is strong, guys. Is a strong stock market, knowing that NASDAQ is melting right now, but Apple is kind of like holding a little bit stronger, and of course if in case it is invalidated for the 200, meaning we're moving for lower. That was it for Apple. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.